Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Final Fantasy Wave X this video, and we've got some live stream coverage summaries here. So it is the 35th anniversary. What a coincidence, right? For Final Fantasy in general, not any game in particular, I think, just in general. Maybe the first one, because technically it is the oldest one, so I guess it would count, but just in general, Final Fantasy. And they're making Final Fantasy based characters as Brave Exodus characters. So Rain and Laswell are Word of Light, Rain, and I'm guessing that's Cecil. Maybe. It's kind of hard to tell, but they're probably not going to be anything too special because they're just copycats. But they'll be coming out soon. The more exciting units are going to be shown later in this video, but you will get 50 shards for each of them, so I mean that's pretty good. It's pretty good at least. 1,000 lapis for each day. I don't know. This is not really that really great. Anyways, there's a rat-rich cleansing ritual for 108 STMR tickets. I mean, I have got a lot of them laying around on the JB version right now, so I mean, it's nice to add to the pile, but there really isn't a lot of STMRs out there to get anywhere. I've got a lot of them, so I don't know. Rerun a Dark Rain story event or something along those lines. I think someone else said that it was going to be more permanent, so it might be just a permanent fixture now. In the Final Fantasy 2022 New Year's event, Kimono Dark Fina, and I love this sprite. I was like, wow, they outdid themselves with this one, that's for sure. That's really quite a good sprite. Support mage, and supposedly she is finally going to be the dark buffer that I've been looking for. And Jean B, Rain, both are SLBs, but I'm okay with the dark buffer being SLB. It's fine, I guess. But I mean, this guy Rain, he's just another DPS. I mean, it's just whatever. Mono Dark Fina. I just noticed that I had the music up maybe a little too loud, so my bad. Anyways, Kimono Dark Fina, EX2, you know, all that stuff. It's fine. It's the usual. It's the usual stuff, and for some reason this is a premium vision card only because of the last ability, I'm assuming, because you can get fill 60 LB to one ally, usually, which is usually enough to fill to max. I guess that's okay. I guess it's alright. It's not an actual entrust, which would be better because you can use that whenever you want. This has 3-turn cooldown, so I don't think this is really that great because the other abilities aren't really that amazing. 30% all resist, whatever. 15% MP regen, really, I mean, that's just whatever. Not that great. See, and I don't know why you're gonna notice like an HP theme here. I'm not really sure why, but 3k HP, 30 magic and 70 spirit, some resistances, and 200% HP. I mean, that's a lot, I guess, but why so much HP? We don't really need that much. Anyways, the STMR is a whip, has innate TH and 230 magic, which is quite high. 200% magic TDH, very good. And Beast Killer, I'm assuming this is 75% Beast Killer and Spirit Fairy Killer. 75%, I'm assuming. Or 50% for magic only, I'm not sure. But it's quite good. SLB, 40% all stats, nice. We haven't had that in a while. Whip and Peril, 30%, not really relevant for anything. And there it is, the 45% Dark Amp. We've been looking for that. 30% low per sandwich, fine. We have ones that can do more than that, but 45% Dark Amp finally for everybody. That'd be quite good. And an ASURA zone of 30% Dark Amp as well. If she can have that, that's actually quite good then. This is quite a good unit. Anyways, non-premium vision card is 110 attack, 50% attack, 25% low per damage, and 300 fly attack for FFBE. So this would be good on like in Dark Visions or something where you're already using other good vision cards. So then you just give this to someone else. That's about it. More HP but it does have 70%, 75% stone killer. This probably won't be as useful, but because on global, that one STMR exists, the bunny coat. So, well, this is good because it's a TMR at least, but it's on a New Vision unit, which isn't as accessible technically. I would say a New Vision TMR is less accessible than a 7 stars S TMR because you can just UOC that and Omniprism that. You can't really do that for this. So the STMR is an accessory, like a lot of HP, but like we don't really need that. But this STMR is quite good. I would get more than one, definitely, because it has good attack on it and also beast killer 75%. And most units are equipping a katana or a great sword, so I mean that's not that big of a deal. And it gives TGH as well, so decent. And then the usual modifiers and stuff like that and everything. It's interesting though that you'll have 600% cap in already, so that's interesting. Story event, which will probably be they said story event, but it's a king log, probably. This is actually the actual king log. Is there there would be a story event at the same time? That'd be interesting. Some decent equipment in here, including a sword, 170 attack sword, pretty decent. And some some boss battles you can get for some stuff. I'm sure these will be really easy because the rewards are not that amazing. And then 3k lapis, the usual. If you had to fight 3 enemies though, that might be tough. Might be a bit tough. ASURA 3-star finally is coming out. I heard a lot of good things about her, including a lot of Maneater. So if you need that, that would be quite good. 5k lapis total for January, February login bonus, fine. And if you didn't play or listen to my videos around the anniversary a few months ago, then they did these things where if you get enough of these peace tickets, you get a Neovision, random Neovision, so that's quite good. And usually you get them from events or something else, login or something, missions. Free 200 pulls, decent. This is the bigger thing. 2 times shard drop from shard dungeon. That's quite good. So you definitely want to go ahead. This is almost just like as big of a deal as when it comes to global, where you set up your team. So you really want to go ahead and set up a team that you really want shards for. Like you can't live without them, because 2 times shard drop is quite good because you could potentially get 4 a day, maybe even more, depending on what 2 times actually means, because it could mean a lot of things, you know. So I think we'll look at the ASURA animation at the end, but there's more login bonuses here. So 10 Cactuar cards, 2 Emperors, 2 Crowns, an STR Merkle, and also it looks like a random New Vision ticket, I think. So that's decent. And here are the more up close Reading Final Fantasy 1 form and last well Final Fantasy 4 form, when we know those are brave shifts because we saw them back up there. And ASURA 3-star will be obtainable tomorrow. Okay. So of course, as usual, I'll be reviewing those units and whatever else comes out, as I always will. And when that more information comes out, I'll be talking about the magic variance change. I'm sure everybody knows by now that magic is finally getting variance, but only in certain situations. Not everybody's getting it, I think. There's still some information that needs to be hammered out. So I'm not going to talk too much about it because there really isn't any information about it still. But if the maintenance comes out and there's something in there, I'll talk about that. Anyways, let's look at the ASURA animation. All right, let's see what it looks like here. I thought it was gonna be full screen, so it's actually not too bad. They definitely put a lot of detail into that. It was only a moment. Let's see it again. It was only a moment, and it actually takes back to her, her area, at least one of them. So I mean, that's pretty good. Pretty good animation. I wish they would make more Espers though, in my opinion. So that's it. That's all the information for now, guys. That was the live stream as quickly as I could possibly make it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you, and I hope to see you in the next video, which will probably be very soon for Clash of Wills. See you then.